Hello guys, Eternal here, and today I am going to be making a mod review on, or not mod review, a mod tutorial on Alchemistry. I'm not doing tech chemistry. I'm not exactly sure that. I'm not doing that right now, as I still have to learn about this mod. But today we'll be looking at fusion, fission, and all of these. So yeah, see you guys in a second. So guys, coming up first is the chemical combiner, and I've installed a mod called thermal solars to power these, because they do require power. In tech chemistry they do have steam turbines to power this stuff, but I find them very laggy. Yes, the chemical combiner, very self-explanatory. So if we go and grab some hydrogen and some oxygen, obviously you guys know H2O, you can put hydrogen oxide in here and create water. Now it does have to be at a specific thing, because obviously right now it's going to be creating hydroxide, and if I put it over here it's not going to do anything. So it has to be hydrogen and then this, and this is how you make different chemicals, different formulas. And there's obviously, like, if we go ahead and look at ChemLib, there is a whole bunch of formulas and they will tell you how to make it, and it has to be in this respective position. And using JEI, you can also click this thing, and then it is targeted, so you can just shift click this in here, and it'll do it. For example, I shift click oxygen, and it goes into here. And to unlock it, you just click that, and if you want to pause it, you can also pause it, and you can resume it, and it'll continue making stuff. Moving onward to the chemical dissolver. This takes things that are already combined and dissolves them into their respective elements. For example, I dissolved all of my water and I got hydrogen and oxygen back. Same thing with the hydroxide. You get exactly what you put into here. Now moving on to the evaporator. So what the evaporator does is it takes liquids. Okay, so now for the evaporator. What the evaporator does is it takes fluids such as water and evaporates them. And if we go and look at the evaporator right here, 125 millibuckets of water creates mineral salt, and 1,000 buckets, or not 1,000 millibuckets, or 1 bucket of lava creates a magma block. Now, I couldn't get water directly in here, because if I try it just does that. But it does eventually go in here. So you just kind of have to do that, and then it'll kind of fill itself up. If we go and look in here, it grabs the water, and then you get mineral salt. And mineral salt, what you can do is you can put it in the chemical dissolver, and that'll get you a whole bunch of stuff. And that's pretty much all that's used. All that this is used for. And the same thing goes for lava. Let's go and grab another evaporator. So yeah, guys, same thing goes for lava. Obviously, you can't put it in there, but it just kind of goes in there if you place it next to it. And I don't know if this is a thing that only happens because I am in creative. Yeah, looks like it. So if you're in survival, you shouldn't have an issue with this. So going back to creative, and yeah, this creates magma blocks out of lava. Moving on to the atomizer, or atomizer. Sorry guys, I am probably butchering these names, but I haven't put the effort in to actually know what they're called. I could probably just look it up, but
Atomizer.
It's funny if I butcher the names. So what the atomizer does, if we go ahead and look here, no, that's not what I wanted. So the atomizer basically takes things like water and puts them in here, and that's, I think, all that this does. So if we go ahead and grab some water, oh wait, I don't have to do this. Water, we go in game mode survival, put this in here, and it creates water any minute now, and there we go. Water takes half a bucket, and there we go. Now we have water. Moving on to the liquefier. Now what this does is it takes certain elements from chemical lib. This is required for all of these mods to work, by the way. Alright, I guess just Alchemistry right now. The liquefier. What it does is it will take things like different elements. Like, let's take... Okay, now on to the liquefier. So what the liquefier does is it takes certain elements and breaks them down into their liquid form. For example, let's grab some... Oh, let me put on cheat mode. Let's grab some water. If we go and plop this into here, it will consume 8 of these and create 500 millibuckets of water. There we go. And this is what this is used for. Now on to the fission multi-block. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the scientific term for it is, but it takes one element and gives you something else. Like, for example, if we have carbon, you put this in here, and it gives you 2 lithium. Same thing would be for helium. You put a helium in here, and it gives you 2 hydrogen. So, yeah, and if you look at the fission controller in JEI, and you look for uses, you can see all of the different recipes. Obviously, this is the one I used, and one right here. There's a lot of different recipes that you can use to break things down, and yeah, pretty useful, and I will get to how to build it here in a second. Now, how to build the fission reactor. The fission reactor is actually very simple. It is a 5x5 cube with a controller on the outside. Now, taking a peek inside of it, you can put torches inside of here. And mobs do spawn, so that is definitely something you will want to look into. You do need 3 fission cores in the center from top to bottom, and there cannot be any glass, but it is just here to show you. So yes, guys, coming over here with a chest, this is what you will need. You will need 98 of these fission casings, 3 cores, and 1 controller. So I'll just show you how to build it here in a second. 5x5, and then you come out, come up, 5, so this is 1, 2, we need to come up 2 more. Place these down, and then 1 more for the roof. And there we go. We can go ahead and place this right here, and once it lights up, this means it is a valid fission reactor. Okay guys, now for the fusion reactor. What the fusion reactor does is it combines 2 elements and spits out a different element, which, from what I've been told on Discord, is same to their atomic numbers. So let's say you want helium. What you would do is you would take 2 hydrogen, put it into here, it'll consume and make helium. And you see this little number has a 2 next to it, and this has a 1. So by combining these, we create a 2, which therefore creates helium. Now silicone. Silicone would be 14, and helium would be 15. So then that would make phosphorus. Just go ahead and combines, and gives us phosphorus. And this is how the fusion reactor works. So you can pretty much make anything except for hydrogen. Hydrogen you cannot make. And yeah, that is how the fusion reactor works. It is built the exact same as the fission reactor. You can put lighting inside of it. And yeah, there cannot be any glass, and it is built the exact same as the fission. 3 fission cores in the middle, or fusion cores, my bad. 3 fusion cores in the center, and obviously this is all fusion, while the other one is fission, so keep that in mind. These cores will not work in the opposing machine. And yeah guys, this is it for the Alchemistry mod tutorial. I think I have covered everything. Once again, for these mods, you are definitely going to want to use JEI.